Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. Last episode, we managed to deal with Moyer at last. We were trying to protect someone and turned out Moyer tried to deal with him personally. So now Moyer is dead, and that'll pretty much help solve some of the biggest issues with the docks. Now we need to find our way out to Old Owl Well to find an emissary from Waterdeep. He's gone missing. Or she. Let's head out there and see what we can do. There's Old Owl Well. What the?
Now this here is White Thistle. Can give you the runs, you know. And I made up a song for it. Quite a catchy tune. White Thistle, all in a row. In Neverwinter woods, they all grow. Oh, well met. Sorry, didn't even see you standing there. Thought you might be a Wendersnaven at first, but I can see you. So, I guess that discounts that.
Wender what?
Wendersnaven? It doesn't roll off the tongue too easily, so don't worry. Don't say it too loudly if you're not sure, though. They may take offense.
All right.
Thought I might camp out here a bit. Play a tune or three, see if I could catch their attention. No luck, though. But luck's what you make it, so I've been working hard. Oh, but I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Grobdod Gnome Hands. Probably guessing where that last name comes from, don't you? Well, tends to confuse most people. Quite a collector and maker and teller of tales I am. All the gnome hands are, except the ones they hanged in Luskan. Working on quite a tale myself, you know, and the act of composing, it is a tale in itself.
Really?
Oh, yes. You see, it all starts with the tune. Say, about that bush, or that root, or that cloud, or that boot. And then, after I had welded the spring-mounted mechanical shield on my codpiece, I fired it, only to be thrown back almost 30 yards right into a wall. Stung quite a bit, I'll say that much, but what I learned was... I say, all that discussion has really built up a hunger. Lost all track of time.
What happened?
Oh, you were listening so intently you closed your eyes and laid down for a bit. Made some funny laughing noises at the right times, too. Almost thought you were snoring. No trouble, don't blame you. I barely notice the world around me once I conjure up a story. So if closing your eyes helps you concentrate, by all means. I knew this mage once who...
Sorry, do you still have that spring-mounted shield?
Ah, now there's a tale. I was walking bow-legged for a week, and it just so happens that I fixed myself up with a bellows from but we can talk about it on the way.
Very well. We could use whatever help you can offer.
Excellent! Oh, you won't regret this. I mean, too many times.
Yeah, sure, alright. We have a new companion now! Eleni, go back. We'll take this Grobnar guy for a bit. What has he got here?
Oh, yes.
He's got some leather armor, some arrows, and a short bow.
Your
Not
command.
much else. Okay, let's speak with this Grobnar person. Why not?
Some way I can help?
So, what do you do? What do you do?
Why, what don't I do? Really? Sometimes it's hard to keep track of it all. I play songs, write songs, build things, repair things, pick things, plant things, tinker with things until they're fixed. Or, well, need fixing. But that's rare. Sort of. I suppose you'd say I stick my hands in just about everything, including dark holes filled with phantom spiders. But that's another story.
How do you get new songs?
Some just come as one advances in the craft and gets more experience in the world.
What do you do with all the knowledge you collect?
What? Why, I collect it.
But why?
I don't know. What an odd question. I like to gather facts and notes and journals just for the sake of knowing, really.
Isn't it hard to keep track of all that?
Well, yes, but that's sort of the point, sometimes. When you have all those facts and numbers and words around your skull, you can pull out whatever you need to write a song. And, well, songs can help, sort of, to get more facts and lore. And the whole process begins again.
Okay, then.
Of course. Ask away. Always ready with answers. Yes, indeed.
So, out of curiosity, do you know what Kalak Cha means?
Kalakcha. Kalakcha. Let me think. Well, it's not gnomish, goblin, orcish, elvish, draconic. Well, unless the K is silent, but even then it would mean gizzard stone, or its equivalent. But you know, I did notice you have a talent for languages. Don't you know this word?
Yes, but there doesn't seem to be a translation for it.
Well, that's odd. It may not be a word at all. Might be a title or a name. Most peculiar. Trust me, most of the names I've been called you can't translate in any language. They're not even real words as much as a succession of violent images.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Okay, let's move on. So, now, out of nowhere, we have a new companion here. Grobnar. A bard. Kind of, annoying and a person, but he can cast some spells, and he doesn't need to prepare them. He can just cast them whenever. He can also sing his bard song at any time, which will help the whole party. Let me see. Well, of course, he's got concentration, he's got a couple craft spells, some points in diplomacy. How effective is that? Intimidate? That must be due to his charisma skill. Lore, of course, that makes a lot of sense. Perform also makes a lot of sense. Tumble, use magic device, stuff like that. Any feats? A bunch of songs, combat casting, battle training against certain foes, specialty for illusion spells, and all sorts of stuff like that. Okay. So that's him. We don't really have any weapons or armor or the like for him. Maybe we'll be able to buy something at Old Owl Well. We'll take him with us for a bit. Why not? Maybe it'll go well. Anyway, onwards to the well. Come on. Alright, here we are. Doesn't look like there's much here, but let's speak. Okay, he doesn't have anything to say. Okay, there's someone here. Simmy.
Well met. You're not one of the Grey Cloaks that I can see. Care to have a look at my wares?
I have some questions, actually.
I hear things from the men. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to talk about?
What can you tell me about this place?
Ah, the Old Owl Well. It's the only known water source for several days in any direction. At one point, this was a regular stop along the trade route from Neverwinter to Tribor and Yartar. When it fell to the orcs, we merchants had to take the much longer route south along the high road. I hope Callum and his Grey Cloaks can hold on to it this time. With the old route open again, it'll only help the region grow.
Why did it take so long for Neverwinter to try and take it back?
Oh, who can say? I'm betting politics was involved, though. Creating an army strong enough to beat back the orcs, well, it costs gold.
What's a merchant doing here with the army?
Soldiers need things to spend their money on, and my goods are the highest quality. Even Callum purchased an item from me the other day, and he's got everything he needs, being a member of the Nine and all.
The Nine?
Our blessed Lord Nasher's personal guards, of course, the finest and bravest defenders of Neverwinter. They've all had the honor of fighting by his side at some point in the past, which must be why he put so much trust in them.
What do you know about Callum?
Brave, loyal, but a little too serious for me, though. He's all business, not much for pleasant conversation. Still, he's got a great military mind. He was able to retake the well from the orcs, after all.
Why do you say that?
I don't mean any disrespect to the men, but the Grey Cloaks aren't seasoned veterans. The plague devastated Neverwinter, including our military. Callum has had to recruit from the survivors, most of whom who had no fighting experience. The fact he was able to defeat the orcs, then hold the well for as long as he's been able to so far with these soldiers, well, it's pretty impressive.
Tell me about the Nine again. Could I become a member?
I wouldn't know. That's Lord Nasher's business. I'm guessing he already has 9 by the sound of it.
Why is Callum out here if he's supposed to be a bodyguard for Nasher?
Well, taking the Old Owl Well is pretty important, especially for Neverwinter and all us merchants who travel the trade routes. I can't think of anyone other than Callum that could succeed in this campaign. I doubt Nasher could either.
Alright, show me what you have.
Oh, excellent! Now I warn you, my prices are quite fair considering the high quality. Nothing but the best for our soldiers, you know.
Alright. Shield of the Watch. Armor bonus +2 against humans. Yeah, no thanks. Robe of Blending, Hair Shirt of Ilmater, Archer's Belt, Armor of Loyalty, Gloves of the Long Death. Weapon-wise, not too bad. There's a bunch. Goes up to +2, which is actually pretty good. Shimmering Blade. It's a scimitar. Not too bad. The Biting Sword? It's a short sword that does extra acid damage. Interesting. Now that I think about it, there is something I want to do here. And that is...
How can I help?
You
Everyone, follow me.
are going to get more arrows. That's all you could get there. Okay, fine. And what the hell, we'll throw in some acid arrows. Who knows? They
Yes,
might
ma'am.
prove useful. Alright, looks like there's people talking over here. Oh, that's Callum! He's a dwarf.
I want those walls up by evening. No excuses. The orcs aren't going to stop attacking just because we need to catch our breath.
But, sir, the men are having a hard time finding the materials we need.
You're telling me they can't find any stones? We're in the middle of the blasted mountains. Unless you'd like to report to Nashia that we're overrun because we couldn't find rocks, I suggest you drive some sense into your men and get that wall built.
Yes, sir. I'll see to it, sir.
I tell you, I've lost years of my life trying to get this rabble fit for service. And who are you supposed to be? Reinforcements?
Who are you?
I'm Column. Commander Column to you. Lord Nasher sent me here to secure the Old Owl Well. So what are you doing here?
I'm here to escort the Waterdeep emissary to Neverwinter.
Isani? He hasn't arrived yet. Should have been here a 10 days ago. I've sent a scout to look for him. Wait, you're the one from the City Watch, aren't you? I got word yesterday you'd be making a visit. I'd hoped to have better news for you.
Do you know what happened to the emissary?
No, my scout hasn't reported back yet. Though I expect him soon. He's one of the best.
How did anyone know he'd be coming this way?
We're still not sure ourselves, really. The information I have is vague, at best. This route makes the best sense, though. It's one of the few they haven't tried yet.
Why is this place so important?
Not exactly a student of history, are you? The Old Owl Well is the only known water source for 3 days in any direction. Neverwinter and the Orcs have been fighting over it as long as anyone can remember. The Orcs held it for the last 10 years until the Council decided they wanted to reopen the trade route to Yata. To do that, we need to take back this watering hole.
The emissary had no idea he'd be entering a battlefield, did he?
This assault has been planned for months. We weren't able to warn Asani ahead of time, though. We weren't expecting to be needing a new emissary, to be honest. Still, at least we'll be here to offer more protection.
So, why didn't you bring more men with you to help fight off the orcs?
Well, that brings us back to the emissary, doesn't it? If the Lord's Alliance could communicate, you're right. We'd have more men. But with the emissaries being lost, even so, we've stretched the army thin as it is. I brought along every man that Lord Nasher could spare. The Council's going to have to raise a new army in a hurry if things don't work out here.
Is there anything I could do to help?
Marshal Cormac still has a talent for recruiting good people, I see. Duty first, eh? I'll expect you to help out with the defense of this camp. You've already brought your own gear, so just find a spot to call home and stay alert.
Callum? Over there?
Sound the alarm! Orcs! The orcs are attacking!
Wouldn't you know it, not a moment's rest.
Grey cloaks to arms!
For Neverwinter!
Alright,
Oh, yes.
you can cast one of these spells, can't you? What spells do you have? You know what? Screw it. Just cast whatever you feel like.
Die by my hand.
Let's get fighting. I think he cast a song that's fascinating them. That's working.
Kiss your lives too!
All right, Grey Cloaks. Everyone back to your posts.
That worked.
Another orc raiding party. We're lucky they haven't attacked in full force. Just wish I could make contact with whoever it is that's been distracting the orcs.
Someone else is attacking the orcs.
Yes, someone's out there attacking orc patrols, and it's giving us a chance to build up our defenses.
So they're on your side.
I've been at this long enough to know that you need to control a battlefield. And this new ally of ours is something I can't control.
Why can't you make contact with him?
He's not one for talking. Every time I send someone out to contact him, he and his men move their camp. The orcs have a name for him, Katalmak. They say he attacks without warning, and without regard for his enemies' numbers.
Someone who doesn't play the odds doesn't last too long in my experience. Well, except me.
That's not a name orcs give lightly. It's a name they give to warriors who lose themselves in battle.
Maybe this kettlehead person simply lacks basic math skills. You see, if we were to face 300 orcs, the odds, well, if you carry the two, might be.
Sounds like someone who wants to die to me. If we weren't here, it'd only be a matter of time before all the tribes in the well hunted down this Katalmak. And then his crusade would be over. Well, enough talk about him. I've got my hands full just keeping the men in fighting shape.
Commander, scouts returning.
Let's hope he brings word on the emissary, eh?
Here's hoping.
Pathfinder Willem reporting, sir.
Willem, did you locate emissary Asani?
No, sir, but I came across his escorts. Killed to the last man, but no sign of the emissary. Orcs, sir. They must have taken him.
Sounds like you've got a new assignment. Your job is to escort the emissary to safety. If he's in trouble, you've got to help him. I'd start looking at Yai-Sog Bone Gnash's lair, northeast of here.
Bone gnashers? They're still around. Oh, they're hard to kill.
Sounds like a well-mannered fellow, judging from the name.
My, Bone Gnasher is an interesting name. I wonder what he would have done to earn it.
His tribe isn't the biggest, but he's older and more cunning than most. At the least, he may have an idea who attacked the emissary's guards.
If the Bone Gnashers are not the biggest tribe, who is?
The Eye Gouger tribe is the strongest, led by Logrum Eye Gouger. He keeps the other tribes in line, including the Bone Gnashers, and he's the one leading the attacks. All the orcs in the well fall under his banner. Ooh, if we could get lucky and put an arrow through his skull. If we could, the orcs would turn on each other in a heartbeat, and give us enough time to strengthen our position here.
Bone Gnasher, Eye Gouger. Ugh, these names. We could try to defeat him and help you out.
Trust me, if I knew where Logrum could be found, I'd hit him myself. Killing him would be the break we've been looking for. But from what I've heard, there's been reports that this unknown ally of ours, this Katalmach, is hitting Logrum hard, which means he must know where Logrum can be found. But since I can't find this unknown ally of ours, Logrum's out of our reach as well. For right now, focus on Yai-Sag Bone Gnasher. See what you can do to find the emissary. Besides, if you cross Logrum, that might be more than you can handle.
Is there anything else I should know?
Yai-Sag is old enough to know when to try something other than fighting. Corner him, and you might be able to get him to talk.
I'd sooner put an axe in an orc. But he's right. The Bone Gnashers, as cowardly and weak as they are, have been known to make deals.
I'll have Willem mark the Bone Gnasher lair on your map. You'd better act quickly. If the orcs have the emissary, whatever they have planned for him cannot be good. If you need anything, we've got Simi here in camp to help you. She normally trades in trinkets for the men, but carries some items more suited for combat as well.
Can you spare any extra men for me?
Wish I could spare someone, but I need to keep my men together so they can learn how to act as one. Besides, they'd only slow you down. We'll hold down the fort. The more orcs we kill here, the fewer you'll run into out in the mountains. Good luck to you. And if you run into that madman who's attacking the orcs out there, let him know I'd like to have a little chat with him.
Of course. We'll be sure to do just that. Thank you for the time. Now we have our task for the near future.
Me?
Give me a second. I'm gonna take a look at what exactly your songs are. We have... Okay, bardic music. Okay, that's basically telling us about the different songs you can cast. Really? Okay, Cloud Mind. This is a more potent single-target version of the Fascinate Bard song. The saving throw DC is increased to that. So it's basically Fascinate, but on one target. Fascinate. Every hostile creature within 90 feet must make a will save, and this is an enchantment mind-affecting ability. If the target fails to save, then they are dazed for as long as the song is playing and the bard is within 90 feet of them. If a creature is attacked or is within 10 feet of a creature being attacked, the effect ends for that creature, though anyone who fails their saving throw will be dazed for at least 1 round. It's a cooldown of 10 rounds before this ability can be used again. Interesting. It's nice crowd control, but considering melee guys usually get crowded together and mages often have high will saves, that's not going to work very well. Counter Song. This song places an enchantment on the targeted ally that lasts for 10 rounds or until discharged. Any hostile magic spell that would affect the Counter Song's target has to make a spell resistance check. Okay, this is spell protection. Haven Song. The song renders all enemies who fail a will save unable to attack the bard for 10 rounds or until the bard takes a hostile action against them or their allies. Fascinate and Cloud Mind do not count as hostile actions. So that's to protect him. Inspire Competence. The very presence of a bard is a constant inspiration to his companions. Unlike bardic music, bardic inspirations are always active. Okay. Always active and do not have a limited number of uses. However, the bard may only use 1 inspiration at any given time. This inspiration gives a skill bonus to its allies. Okay, we have Inspire Competence, Courage, Defense, Regeneration, and Toughness. Let me see what Ironskin Chant is. This song grants you and your party damage reduction 5 for 4 rounds. Okay, that's actually fairly useful. We may need that. Well, let's see. Inspire Competence, skill bonus to all allies. What level is he? He's level 9. So it's only a +2 bonus for all skills. Inspire Courage. A bonus to hit and damage starts at +1, becomes +2 at 8th. So we're at +2. Okay. Inspire Defense. A dodge bonus to AC. Okay. Inspire Regeneration. Heals all party members a certain number of hit points every 2 rounds. This inspiration heals 1 hit point and an additional 1 hit point every 5 levels thereafter. So, a small amount of healing, and Inspire Toughness gives a bonus to saving throws. I think Inspire Courage would probably be the best one. Inspire Competence if we need it. Inspire Courage, and we'll throw all of them out. Okay, I do kind of like some of them. I don't think I rested, but we'll throw it out anyway. So if we have this running... There. That'll always be active, and will always have a boost to attack and a boost to damage, which I like a lot. I don't think there's anything else out here. We just run out to the next area. Which we're going to do in the next episode, because this one has gone on long enough. Next episode, we'll make our way to the Bone Gnasher clan and see what we can do to deal with them. Till then, I'm Chester44. That is Travis Ignam, Kelgar Ironfist, Grobnar Gnomehands, and Nishka. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, and I shall see you all next time.